Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Wrestling has been known for being a family business if multiple people in the family have a shared passion. Many sibling pairs have made their presence known trying to chase the dream together. Most instances of this will see one wrestler achieve more success, like the current tales of Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas. Others will see both flounder like the Shane twins aka Jiminy and WWE. The best instances featured both talents having strong careers. We will look at what exactly made certain siblings thrive together in the wrestling industry. Many of them worked together in tag teams to accomplish their dreams together. Quite a few of the pairs would also achieve success on their own in singles action. All these combinations left their mark on the wrestling world for the better. These are the top 5 siblings in wrestling history. Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas didn't work together much over their careers. Instead, Bo Dallas took on the gimmick of a delusional heel who thinks he is a babyface, and Bray Wyatt took on the role of a cult leader who formed the famed Wyatt family. Bo Dallas had great success in NXT as a longtime NXT champion, but the gimmick that worked so well to bring him heel in NXT didn't work on the biggest stage of WWE. Bray Wyatt, on the other hand, was a huge success. His Wyatt family was tremendously over with the fans, although WWE often booked it poorly. Wyatt also won a world championship and created some of the best creative moments of the past decade as Bray Wyatt and The Fiend. In Bray's last run, he was about to bring back Bo Dallas as Uncle Howdy, allowing the brothers to work together finally. However, he had to take time off for medical concerns and then died in 2023. Bo Dallas has since returned to honor his brother with the Wyatt Six. The Fabulous Rougeaus was a professional wrestling tag team of brothers Jacques and Raymond Rougeau. They started working together in the 1970s and became two of the most successful Canadian wrestlers, thanks mostly to the fact they worked in a family-owned company. However, even with this perceived nepotism, they were still incredibly talented and found further success in WWE. They signed with WWE in 1986 and worked as a babyface tag team at first that feuded with teams like Demolition and the Dream Team. However, their best success came as cocky Canadian heels when they feuded with the Hart Foundation and Rockers. They actually won the tag team titles from the Hart Foundation, but WWE reversed the decision, and they never did get a real title reign. After Raymond retired, Jacques eventually took on the role as the Mountie where he won the IC title. The original version of the tag team the Colons was Primo and his older brother Carlito Colon. This was after Carlito had already become a brand name with his Caribbean Cool gimmick and had won singles gold. He then brought in his brother, and they took home tag team gold as well. Carlito and Primo were the sons of Puerto Rican legend Carlos Colon, and they were actually the first ever unified WWE Tag Team Champions, holding both the WWE and World Tag Team Championships at the same time. They won their first titles from Curt Hawkins and Zack Ryder and then combined the belts by beating John Morrison and The Miz. Eventually, Primo teamed with Epico, and that team was treated more like jobbers. Carlito returned to WWE in 2024. Terry and Dory Funk Jr. are not just a pair of the best siblings in professional wrestling history but also two of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, together and apart. They are the sons of Dory Funk Sr. and they worked at the top of almost every promotion they ever entered. The brothers began teaming together in the late 1960s and won titles in Japan, Georgia, Florida, Crockett Promotions, and even got a WrestleMania match. However, what was really impressive was what they did when they weren't working together as a tag team. Dory Funk Jr. is the second longest reigning NWA World Champion of all time after only Lou Thesz, 1,563 days. Terry Funk then won the NWA World Championship 2 years after his brother lost it and held the title for 424 days. Terry was also a 2-time ECW World Champion and won the WWE Tag titles with Mick Foley. Sometimes, siblings' success in wrestling goes beyond being a tag team. Sometimes, the brothers become such massive stars on their own that they hold the rank of one of the best siblings in wrestling while not actually working together much. That is the case with Mil Mascaras and his brother, Dos Caras. Mil Mascaras is one of wrestling's most hated wrestlers behind the scenes, but many people credit him with bringing masked wrestling to America. There wasn't a more popular masked star in America than Mil Mascaras. His brother was Dos Caras, a multi-time champion considered one of the best in Mexican wrestling history. Dos Caras is also the patriarch of a wrestling family that includes his sons, Alberto Del Rio and El Hijo de Dos Caras. Decades before Jimmy and Jey Uso started wrestling as brothers in WWE, the Samoan dynasty was alive and well. This team was the Wild Samoans, consisting of brothers, Afa and Sika. Managed by Captain Lou Albano, the brothers held 21 World Tag Team Championships over their careers. This included 3 WWE Tag Team titles. They are also known for their long-running dynasty. Ufa is the father of Samu of the Head Shrinkers. Sika's son is WWE superstar Roman Reigns. They also count Umaga, Rikishi, and Yokozuna as nephews. The Bloodline storyline in WWE is based around a family that began with these two brothers, with Reigns in the second generation and the new head of the table Solo Sikoa as a third-generation superstar. Sadly, Sika died in 2024. While they didn't get as much action as siblings in the biggest wrestling promotions, there might not be a more dominant tag team over the last 2 decades than Jay and Mark Briscoe. The team remained loyal to Ring of Honor throughout their careers, and they are the best tag team the company ever pushed. The Briscoe brothers held the Raw Tag Team titles 13 times. Their last title reign ended at the hands of FTR. Jay Briscoe was also a 2-time Ring of Honor World Champion, adding to their prestige. Sadly, Jay Briscoe died in an auto accident while picking his daughters up from school. Mark continues to work in Ring of Honor and wrestles in the memory of his beloved brother, and he has since won the Raw World Championship himself. If there is a tag team that is even greater than the Briscoe brothers, it is the Briscoe brothers. This is Jack and Jerry Briscoe, and they dominated wrestling, both together and apart. Jack Briscoe is a 2-time NWA World Champion. He also held the NWA Tag Team titles 3 times with his brother. Luther has called him one of the world's best wrestlers. Gerald Briscoe remains best known today as one of Mr. McMahon's stooges in the Attitude Era. However, before this, he was a dominant champion as well. While never holding a singles world title, he held several regional titles on top of his tag team title reigns with his brother. The current duo of Rey Fenix and Pentagon Jr. are 2 of the brightest stars in wrestling today. Both men had outstanding runs in Lucha Underground, Impact Wrestling, AAA, and various independent wrestling promotions to earn contracts in. Fenix is the younger brother who delivers moves that fans have never seen before. Pentagon lives his motto of zero fear with violent matches quite often. The Lucha Brothers will continue to rise in the pecking order of this list, with much more success expected to come. The days of the territories would see certain wrestlers become massive stars in the area they worked in. Kevin, David, and Kerry Von Erich all found huge success in Texas with a rock star-like following of fans who wanted to see them wrestle live every time. While their father Fritz Von Erich ran the company, the boys still became huge stars in their own rights and are still legends in Texas to this day. Personal issues would see David and Kerry Von Erich pass away at young ages. The Von Erich brothers still created a special legacy that has fans still appreciating their work today. Pure white bread babyface characters are hard to play, but the Von Erich brothers found a way to make it work. There were 2 younger brothers who also wrestled in Mike and Chris, but neither had the success of their older brothers. Kevin's sons have carried on their family name in MLW and Some wrestling purists may want to exclude Nikki and Brie Bella from the list, but they found huge star power in the wrestling world. The Bella twins would become important players in the women's division as they transitioned into the women's evolution. Brie and Nikki raised their name value with the WWE hit reality series of Total Divas and Total Bellas. Fans getting a glimpse into their personal lives just added another touch to make them bigger stars. The Bella twins are important in the WWE landscape as successful twin sisters. The brotherhood of Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes never initially wanted to team together in WWE. Both guys had singles careers and never grew up close like most of the other siblings on this list. However, the magic they found together featured them thriving in the tag team division. Cody and Goldust's matches against The Shield were some of the best tag bouts in WWE history. The creation of it would see them reunite again for a match against the Young Bucks at the Fight for the Fallen event. Dustin is still part of it while Cody found his way back to WWE and finally achieved his dream of winning a world championship.